Today we're going over a real estate market update for Jefferson County for the month of April. We're going to be looking at all of March's numbers and discussing what they mean for you in today's market, whether you're looking to buy or sell. If you are new here, my name is Spencer Lowe. I'm with United Real Estate Louisville. Make sure you click that subscribe button as well as that bell notification so you never miss another market update or a buyer and seller tips video. And if you are curious about what your house is worth in today's market or looking to buy or sell, give me a call. I got my phone number down in the description. Let's jump into the video. Now, the first number we always like to look at is our inventory. Now in March, we were sitting at 1.75 months of inventory. Now what that means is basically if no more houses were listed on the market, how long would it take our current buyer demand to actually eat up all the houses that are on the market? So currently we're sitting at 1.75 months of inventory, and 6 months of inventory is considered as an even playing field amongst buyers and sellers, because that number not only takes into account buyer supply or buyer demand, but it also takes into account our seller supply, which is really important because it's supply and demand game in real estate. So with that being said, it's really important to remember we need about 3 times the amount of inventory before we get into that even playing field. So we are still definitely in a seller's market just because we're so short on inventory. Now, the second number we always like to look at is our days on market. Now, our median days on market is really important, and all it is basically from the time a house is listed to the time they accept a contract. For most houses, how long does that period actually take? Now, in March, it was sitting right at 12 days. Now, the third number we always look at is our average sales price, and in March, we were sitting at $306,000 and a little bit of change. Now, if you're curious of what that means for your home's value, down in the description, I've got a free calculator, or you can give me a call if you want a really accurate number. So either give me a call or use that free calculator down below if you are curious what that means for your home's value. So what do those numbers actually mean if you're looking to buy in today's market? Well, it's important to realize that we are still in a seller's market, and it's important to realize that you need to be quick to get into the houses. So sitting down with a real estate agent earlier in the process, as well as getting pre-approved or having our proof of funds up front, is really important to be able to actually move in quickly on these houses once they get listed. The other thing that I'll tell you is if you sit down with a real estate agent and discuss the entire buying process, go ahead and get started with them, tell them what you're looking for. They can start helping you with timeframes and everything else to make sure that we can get you in a house, whether it's looking to get rid of your lease or you're moving out of a lease, or if you're trying to sell, we can help you kind of orchestrate the entire thing so that way it all goes smoothly. So if you are curious about what we can do for you, give me a call. I got my phone number down in the description. Now, if you are looking to sell in today's market, it's also really important to remember that we are still in the seller's market, but it doesn't mean you can price our house 10 times what it's actually worth and expect to get it. So it's really important to price the house right, prep it right, and then also make sure it's seen by thousands of people. Now, if you're curious on how I do that, I focus mainly on social media ads. The reason that I do that is because we want a good speed to exposure ratio in today's market. Our median days on market is currently sitting at 12 days, and postcards typically take about 2 weeks to actually hit mailboxes. So most houses aren't even going to be able to actually get a postcard out to advertise the house. So if you are curious of how we get thousands of views in days and not weeks, give me a call. I got my phone number down in the description. I'd love to sit down and talk to you. So if you aren't subscribed already, make sure you click that subscribe button as well as that bell notification so you don't miss next month's market update. And if you're new here and want to sit down and talk about real estate or anything else, give me a call. I've got my phone number down in the description. My name is Spencer Lowe. I'm with United Real Estate Louisville, and I'll see you in the next one.